Have you ever noticed how quickly your mind jumps to self-doubt, even when you are doing your best? Maybe you overthink every decision. Maybe you constantly question whether you are good enough. Or maybe deep down, there is a part of you that doesn't fully trust yourself, your abilities, your worth, or your future. If that's something you struggle with, you are not alone and you are not broken. I'm Renata Karlinskaite, a psychotherapist and hypnotherapist, and I help people reprogram their mind for healthy self-worth and self-esteem from the inside out. And today I want to walk you through a powerful science-backed approach to stop self-doubting and start self-believing again. This is a gentle and transformational journey based on updated psychological research. And at the end of this video, I will share a free guided self-esteem audio you can download, especially if your inner critic has been louder than your inner confidence lately. So, let's begin. Self-doubt is not simply a mindset problem. It's a protection mechanism. Research shows that the brain is wired to avoid risk, uncertainty, and the possibility of failure. When something feels unfamiliar or emotionally risky, the mind switches into a self-protective mode. And one of the ways the brain tries to protect you is by lowering your expectations of yourself so you feel safe. This is why your inner critic gets loud when you try something new. You take a step outside your comfort zone, you face rejection or failure, you compare yourself to others, or you are under stress or exhaustion. Neurological studies show that self-doubt activates the same brain regions as physical threat. So, if you have been feeling stuck in a loop of second-guessing yourself, it's not a personal flaw. It's your brain trying to keep you safe, but doing it in a way that limits your growth, joy, and possibilities. The good news, just as the brain learns self-doubt, it can learn self-belief. And that's what we are doing together today. Self-belief isn't something you find, it's something you build and rebuild through experiences, inner dialogue, and repeated emotional safety. Let's walk through the 3 stages that help you shift from self-doubt to solid self-belief. Stage 1 is about understanding the protective purpose of your self-doubt. Most people try to eliminate their self-doubt by pushing against it, arguing with it, or shaming themselves for feeling it. But neuroscience shows that you can't shame yourself into confidence. Shame actually activates the same threat pathways that strengthen self-doubt. Instead, we begin with understanding. When your mind says things like, "You're not ready, you will fail, don't embarrass yourself, what if you are not good enough?" Your mind is not trying to ruin your life. It's trying in a misguided way to keep you safe. So the first step is simply to recognize, this is my brain trying to protect me. This reduces fear, softens resistance, and opens a compassionate space. From this place, the emotional brain becomes more cooperative and less reactive. A simple grounding sentence you can use is, "This self-doubt is not truth, it's protection." Just that small recognition already weakens the grip of the inner critic. Stage 2 is about rewriting your inner dialogue through evidence and emotion. Self-belief is built through what psychologists call self-efficacy experiences. This means your brain forms beliefs about what you can or cannot do based on past experiences, how you interpret those experiences, and the emotional tone of your self-talk. This means something important. Your self-doubt is not caused by your abilities, but by the story you tell yourself about your abilities. To begin shifting that inner story, try this two-part method. Part 1 is softening the inner critic, not fighting it. Instead of arguing with your self-doubt, try responding with, "Thank you for trying to protect me. I'm safe right now." Studies show that when you speak to your inner critic with calm reassurance, the amygdala, the part of your brain that reacts to anything that feels unsafe, begins to settle. And when that emotional alarm quiets, your mind becomes clearer, steadier, and far more able to think confidently. Part 2 is adding micro evidence that supports self-belief. This is not about pretending you are confident. It's about giving your brain real, grounded proof. Try asking yourself, what is one thing I have handled before that shows that I can take this next step? What would I tell a friend who felt exactly how I feel right now? What's one small piece of evidence that I can trust myself? Your brain doesn't need a dramatic transformation. It needs consistent, gentle reminders. If you would like help shifting your internal dialogue, I have created a free self-esteem audio you can download. It's designed to soften negative self-talk, calm the emotional brain, and help you rebuild inner safety so that self-belief can grow. The link is in the description. Stage 3 in shifting from self-doubt to solid self-belief is about building self-belief through small daily proof. Because self-belief doesn't arrive in one big breakthrough. It grows through the tiny everyday choices that show your brain, I can rely on myself. Psychology calls this mastery building, and research shows it's one of the most powerful ways to strengthen confidence and self-worth. These small proofs can look like finishing a task you said you would do, making a simple decision without overthinking, taking a 10-minute walk, choosing one thing that supports your well-being, setting a boundary, or doing one small action you have been avoiding. These may seem insignificant, but to your brain, they matter deeply. Each one sends a quiet signal. I'm growing up for myself. I'm capable of taking steps forward. I am becoming someone I trust. This is how self-belief becomes solid, not through dramatic changes, but through small daily moments that prove to your mind again and again that you are capable and worthy. If you have been stuck in self-doubt, if you have been questioning your worth, if your inner critic has been louder than your inner courage, please hear this. You are not unworthy. You are not incapable. You are not behind. Self-belief isn't something you have lost. It's something you are gently rebuilding step by step. And the fact that you are here listening to this already means something inside you is beginning to rise. So let me ask you this. What is the one kind thing you are willing to believe about yourself today? Hold that thought softly. Say it gently. Say it because even if a part of you still doubts it, your future self is already growing into that truth. And if you would like help quieting self-doubt and building inner confidence, download the free self-esteem audio using the link below. And if you ever feel ready to go deeper, to not just manage self-doubt, but to reprogram the belief beneath it, you can explore my digital course, The Hidden Secret to Healthy Self-Esteem. If this video helped you, please subscribe and share it with someone who needs a reminder that self-belief is something they can rebuild, no matter where they are starting from.